Welcome to the Hounds podcast, everybody. This episode, I don't really ever ask to be shared a lot. I don't ask for people to share these episodes and promote outside of normal wanting to. But this one's special. This one should be shared. This one should be broadcasted. This one really deserves all the attention that it could get, and not for the podcast reasons, but for the reasons of the hunt. This episode, we are sitting down with Mr. Craig Tutor. He is one of the main reasons that the LeBonheur hunt gets put on. We're going to go all into detail on that, but it is a one-day field trial that is held down in Mississippi, and it is one of the biggest fundraiser hunts of the year, if not the biggest fundraiser hunt of the year. Been holding pretty steady for quite a few years at 6 digits every year that they are raising for the LeBonheur Children's Hospital. So this one deserves all the recognition it can get, guys. Like I said, I don't normally do a lot of requests for shares, but this one, guys, man, if you're listening to it and you get a chance to go on Facebook or a social media platform and share it and spread the good news, spread the positive image of the foxhound field trialers from the houndsmen just in general. That's really what needs to happen, guys. Like I said, it's nothing. I'm not looking for clout. I'm not looking to steal spotlight, but Craig and his family do such a good job, and they deserve all the recognition that they can get. And I think this is something that needs to be put out there, and not just for them, but like I said, it looks so good on the sport. It's such a good look for the sport, guys. It just shows what the heart of the houndsman can really do when a group of like-minded, big-hearted houndsmen can come together and support such a great cause. And it's inspired me. I'm hoping to maybe try to do something of my own next year. I don't know if I got the ability to do it, the time to do it, but man, I'd love to be able to make something happen. But anyway, guys, and last thing before I forget, I hope everybody got their issue of the Southern Hound Hunting Magazine. Our the Hounds Tales podcast first write-up was in it. We actually had 2 articles in it this time, kind of introducing the Hounds Tales podcast to the magazine, and then also I did a write-up of the introduction and getting started into field trialing. So I hope y'all have gone and subscribed, got your quarterly issues coming to you, and if you have not, be sure to visit southernhoundhuntingmagazine.com to sign up today. All right, guys, without further ado, thank y'all so much for listening. Don't forget to share this one, guys. Here we go. Let's get it going, guys. Welcome, everybody, to the Hounds Tales podcast. This is your home for field trialing and deer dog hunting. It'll be stories and discussions on the world of dog hunting. So let's drop the gate, cast your hounds, and get ready for another episode of the Hounds Tales podcast. When it's time to get ready for a field trial, deer season, or any other reason that you need to load up that dog box and you're in need of dog hunting supplies, look no further than Outdoor Dog Supply. Outdoor Dog Supply is the leader in online Garmin sales, as well as the leader in Garmin and Tritronics trade-in programs. From GPS system to dog training aids to vitamins and supplements and everything in between, put your trust in Outdoor Dog Supply. Super fast delivery, superior customer service, and a dedication to our sport. We are proud to partner with Outdoor Dog Supply and can't thank them enough for everything that they do for our sport. Visit their website today at outdoordogsupply.com or shoot them a call at 757-482-1000 for any of your hound hunting needs. Thank you, Outdoor Dog Supply. Welcome, everybody, to the Hounds Tales podcast. Tonight, I am joined by a special guest, Mr. Craig Tutor. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. For those that don't know, Craig and his family are the ones that put on the LeBonheur Children's Hospital hunt. And we're gonna kind of talk about that, how it got started, how it's kind of progressed through the years, and the amazing thing that they are doing with it. So before we kind of get started, kind of tell everybody your name. So kind of just tell us, where you're from, a little bit about yourself, and how long you've been a houndsman, how long you've been messing with dogs.
We're from Bruce, Mississippi. It's kind of north central Mississippi. I'm 48-year-old, and as long as I can remember, my dad, or me, or somebody in my family has had dogs. We done a lot of deer hunting with dogs. Me and Daddy field trialed he died a couple years ago, but we field trialed some together. We had a fox pen, a little small fox pen we run together. He had, and we run it for 15 years probably, but give him something to do during the day.
So it's been passed down through the family then, huh?
Exactly.
I love that. How long do you know? How about how long your dad was? Your dad a first generation, or did he get handed down to him too?
Oh, he got handed down. From Papa Clark on all the way down. I don't remember anybody in my family not deer hunting with dogs or field trialing, one of the two.
I got you. So what kind of dogs did you grow up using? Were they like tree stock dogs? Were they foxhounds? What were y'all using throughout the years?
Running walker foxhounds.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Yeah, I wasn't sure what y'all had kind of down that way. What kind of stuff y'all used to get out there in the deer woods? Y'all got a good deer population down there?
Oh, yeah. I'm a real mail carrier, and I like to run over 3 today.
So you get to scope out all the good spots while you're working.
I see them, all the time. That and turkeys.
I love it. So what got y'all, what kind of progressed y'all from the deer woods over to the field trial world?
I like competition.
I got you.
I like the idea of competing against somebody, whether you win or lose. That don't matter. I just like the competition of it.
I like that. I'm the
Meeting
same way.
different folks there all the time.
Right. Yep, I love it. That's one of my favorite things about it is just that aspect of trying to outperform somebody.
That's right.
It's a good thing I'm not out there running. I know that much. So
me and you both.
Right. So it sounds like y'all have been doing it a long time. I love when it's passed down through the family. It always seems, not that there's nothing wrong with the first generation guy, but man, when it's passed down, I feel like a lot of times it means it's something special to you. So
and when I think, let me say this too. Just this past weekend at the hunt, my daughter and her husband, they've got a 2-year-old boy, my grandson, and I bought his first dog last weekend at that hunt.
Uh-oh.
So we're getting him started early. That's
what I'm talking about. I love it. So let's move into this hunt, man. This thing has gotten bigger and bigger. I didn't get into field trialing or paying attention to field trialing until, just a few years ago. And I've noticed this hunt's always been one that's y'all do an amazing job of putting the hunt on, of publicizing it, getting it out there, making sure everybody gets the recognition they deserve, and it's for such a good cause. So let's kind of start from the beginning. The origin of the LeBonheur hunt. What made y'all start this hunt? What was the idea behind getting this hunt started?
Me and a kennel partner, my best friend Chad Lee and his wife Tracy, we was 10 years ago. We was talking. I just wanted to have a one-day hunt, put on a one-day hunt down at the lake in Grenada, and we just got talking about it, kicking around and asking folks about it, and me and us three decided we was gonna have one for LeBonheur.
Okay.
And to see how it went. And The first year we thought was a really big success at $10,500,
Right.
and we're tickled to death with it. We
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, daggone
We
right.
raised $10,000. Everybody had a good time. And everybody kept wanting us to put on another one. Do it again next year. Do it again next year. So this past one was our 9th year to do it.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. So $10,000 in the first year, which, like you said, when we get into some of the bigger numbers later, it's not going to sound a lot, but that's an amazing feat all of itself. The Hounds podcast is proud to partner with Cajun Lights, who have jumped on board to support the field trialing community. Do you have nighttime field trials? Pleasure running at night? When you need to catch that next crossing at night, put your trust in Cajun Lights. Cajun Lights is a made-in-America product out of North Carolina who has been in business for over 25 years. These are cap-style and bucket hat headlamps to free up that extra hand for your voice recorder or your GPS. Whether it's the Cajun Micro Gator for those late-night feeds, the cost-efficient Cajun Bayou for pleasure running, or the top-level Cajun Blinder for field trials, never miss a thing with these amazing lights. All the lights come with a 2-year warranty and a lifetime labor warranty. These guys are excited to get into our sport, ladies and gentlemen, so be sure, if you see me at Hunt, come ask me about them. I'll have one of each style on hand ready to show you. You can visit their website at CajunLights.com, and their phone number is 888-773-3080. Thank you, Cajun Lights, for coming on board with the Hounds Tales podcast. Now let's get back to the show. So, let's kind of take a second with the LeBonheur. You know, what is this hospital, and what was the reason behind choosing the LeBonheur, and you know why y'all did that?
LeBonheur Children's Hospital is located in Memphis, which is a 2-hour drive from where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids from 45, 50 miles south of us, anytime there's trauma involved in a kid, that's where they go with LeBonheur.
Okay.
We are lucky enough in the state right now. We have LeBonheur in Memphis, which is right across the state line, north of us, and then Jackson has got the Blair Baxton Children's Hospital.
Wow.
We have got 2 really, really good children's hospitals within 2.5, 3-hour drive from where I'm at right now.
That's amazing.
The LeBonheur is across the road from St. Jude. I know a lot of folks donate to St. Jude every year, and it's a really good hospital. St. Jude is more of a specialty hospital, like
Right.
with cancer patients and stuff. And LeBonheur, 2 of the 3 of my grandkids have been to LeBonheur.
Wow.
Just nothing major, just trying to find answers on something that couldn't get answered with a local doctor, and within 30 minutes we had answers.
Daggone. So they know what they're doing there for sure.
That's right. They got 290 beds, 240 pediatric specialists. They're the region's only level 1 pediatric trauma center in the region.
Wow.
I've got a first cousin that spent probably 6-8 weeks when he was born on an ECMO machine. It takes your blood out, flushes it, and puts it back in.
No kidding. I was gonna say I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it was. He's close to 30 now, and at that time there were 7 machines. I think there were 7 ECMO machines in the world, and LeBonheur had 2 of them.
No kidding.
But
wow.
Anybody around here I can talk to 10 folks in Bruce or surrounding area, and 9 of them can tell me kids that's been treated at LeBonheur.
Wow.
Some way or another.
That's incredible, though. I love, I've always had a special place in my heart for kids and stuff like that, and I got a 2-year-old my own self, and Man, just I couldn't imagine having to go through something to have them in there or do anything like that and go through some of those crazy, things that some of these families have to go through. So, it's a miracle in itself to have those kind of hospitals close by, and for what y'all do, it's amazing.
And LeBonheur treats more than, they say, around 50,000 kids from Mississippi every year.
Wow. So is LeBonheur is there only one down there, or does LeBonheur have multiple hospitals across the country?
They've got clinics around. The main hospital is in Memphis, but they have got clinics. There's one about within 45 minutes of my house in Tupelo, and I think there's one somewhere around St. Louis. There's several different clinics around that's tied in with the LeBonheur Hospital.
Gotcha. And I'll tell you a story, and I think I may have sent you a message about this a couple years ago, something like this, maybe after one of the hunts. I had shared it on Facebook, that y'all had put it on, and kind of shared the results and stuff like that, and shared how much was donated. And I got a message from an old buddy I hadn't talked to in a while. It was actually a buddy from college, and he's like, man, he's like, I didn't know anything about this. He's like, I've never been a huge fan of the dog hunting world and stuff like that, but, I don't know a lot about it, but he's like, to see this, he's like, my son was saved because of LeBonheur Hospital. He's like, my son would not be here if it was not for that hospital. He's like, so, for me, for my son, just wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to pass that along to the dog hunters and the guy, whoever put it on, just pass this along to them and tell them thank you. So it's reaching, what y'all are doing is reaching people, and they're seeing it, and they're realizing that, the houndsmen are helping keeping kids alive. And I think that's massive.
That's the whole point of it. That's the reason I want to continue to do this.
Right.
This year, and I know I'm probably jumping around, but this year, Rusty and Stacy Tanner from Missouri, they come down, and Stacy shared with her story, LeBonheur story, Friday night. I think her daughter is like probably 14 or 15-year-old, 16 now. But,
right.
She went to several different hospitals. There's several different pediatricians and this, that, and other, with headaches and throwing up, couldn't get no answers. And within 45 minutes at LeBonheur, they knew exactly what it was and was fixed to do surgery and remove a tumor off her brain.
Wow.
So,
man. And just think, if it wasn't for that hospital, it would, who knows when they would have got answers.
It may not have been good.
No, not at all. Not at all. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So the first couple years, you said it was 10,000 the first year, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, has it always been on the outside?
It has. We've run it on at Grenada, same spot, the same grounds they run the Nationals and Futurity at. Every year we've had it down there. And the Mississippi Fox Reserve has been really good to us, using the kennels, using the ground, letting us do about anything we want to do down there them 2 days.
I love that. How many dogs are y'all having? How many dogs did y'all start off having in those first couple of hunts?
Guessing the first year, close to 200 maybe.
Okay.
150, 200 dogs.
Right.
After we had the year five, I think, we added the Beagle class.
Okay. Yeah.
The Fox Beagles. The Fox Beagles, they run with us and they scored separate.
Right.
But this year we had 360 walkers and 91 beagles.
That's pretty good. That's pretty daggone good.
Yeah.
That's a great size.
The numbers on the hounds has improved every year.
Right. That's awesome. So, I think we'll get into this a little bit more later. So how did, obviously you said it was 10,000 the first year. I know money's not everything, but for this cause, it's a huge thing. How did the money getting raised and the continued growth, because we'll get into it a little bit to where y'all are at now, but what kind of made that number go from 10,000 to adding more and more and more every year?
Just the fox hunting community, this with the word of mouth that the hunt's going on. I made the comment one time a year or so ago that if you're in trouble especially around here, I can pick up the phone and call some fox hunters, buddies of mine, and we'll help you.
That's right.
They'll come. They will. I can make if somebody needs some help, I can get them help. 90% of them are going to be fox hunters.
Right.
They don't want no recognition.
Nope.
I didn't want no recognition. I didn't want my name in it, but it got put in it. But
well, you do. I mean, I don't know. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But it seems like you've kind of become the face of it. On that note, who's been some of the bigger help that helped get this thing going, especially from the start of it, who's kind of helped get it on its feet, who helped get it, who helps you a lot along the way, who's been some of your biggest help throughout this thing?
We're going to take a quick second here and interrupt this episode and let you all know about our friends over at Southern Hound Hunting Magazine. Do you enjoy reading stories from houndsmen across the country? Diving into real-life experiences out there in the woods with working hounds of every kind. Deer dogging, bear dogging, hog dogging, small game dogging, you name it, the Southern Hound Hunting Magazine has it. And it's bringing it to you page after page while also spreading a positive image of this beautiful sport that we all love. Be sure to sign up today, and for just $15 a year, you can have quarterly magazines filled with nothing but dog hunting sent right to your door. Check them out today at southernhoundhunting.com and get in the hunt. Let's get back to the episode.
you're going to get me in trouble now because I'm going to forget somebody.
Uh-oh.
But Chad and Tracy, they've been really helpful in it. My uncle, which is son, I was telling you about a while ago.
Yep.
They've been involved in it. James and Sonia Cressman, they've helped tremendously, and Glenn Frazier.
Okay.
I don't know that there's not a business and from Grenada to Winona that he hadn't stopped at and asked for a donation.
Wow.
He works hard at it, and Mr. Glenn does. He works hard at it, and he brings a lot of donations and auction items and stuff to the hunt every year.
Love that. So, how did, as far as your money growing from year to year, what was like your second, third, how has it been growing and steady progressing? How much money have you been raising throughout from each year?
We started that first year with 10.5. I'm guessing on these, but the second year was 23,000. The third year was like 45,000. And I told them this can't keep doubling every year. I don't know what we're gonna do, but this can't keep growing like this.
Right.
But we went 63,000. Our biggest year so far was 3 years ago at 143,000.
Man,
we done 127 last year.
Yeah, I'll say I remember the one last year was 127.
And to raise 110, and I made a comment after Saturday night after the hunt. Trip James with High Cotton Catering, he does our cooking for us on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And he called and was talking to me, and I told him that I was kind of disappointed we didn't raise no more money in this. He said, Craig, the folks right now, the money is not there. Everybody's struggling right now. To raise $110,000, you done something.
Yeah, daggone right. Yeah, I agree 100%. 100%. The way that the economy is right now and the times and how much people have to spend and give and extra and stuff like that, it just ain't there like it used to be. So to be able to bring in six figures, that's awesome. That's amazing. Have you sat down and added a total up of throughout the entirety of the hunt? You know, how much you've done, how much you've been able to donate through all of them?
Oh, roughly $780,000.
Yeah, I was going to say you had to be over 750. That's where I was going to guess, was about 750. So 780,000 roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
Man, that's almost $1 million, $750,000.
And that was I know we probably gonna get into this in a minute, but that was my goal. 3 or 4 years ago, I told somebody we're gonna hit $1 million in 10 years.
Wow.
By our 10th year, we're gonna hit $1 million. I don't think we're gonna do it.
You're gonna be knocking on the door of it.
We'll get it in 11 years, but I don't know we'll ever make it 10.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But stay. I mean, I love it. I love setting a goal. So, you know, this thing has been a growing success. You know, it's been huge. It's been steadily growing like this throughout the years. And, you know, what seems to be making it bigger and bigger each year? Is there something more that y'all are able to do? Is it just the word getting out? What do you think keeps making this growth, and what's been so vital about it?
I think it's mainly what we're doing it for. Mm-hmm. We haven't changed anything as far as our prizes or anything like that. It's all donated. It's just word of mouth, and like this year, we had a group, a man and wife from Wisconsin come.
Wow.
North Carolina some folk had a group from North Carolina here. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas.
Love it.
And most of them and what I like hearing is when they leave out, they say they will not miss another one.
Right.
If you ever come to one, you'll never miss another one.
That's right. I'm hoping I got, you know, if next year lines up, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to make it down next year. That's my whole.
We're hoping to do something big next year, being our 10th year.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what y'all have planned. I can't wait.
We're working. I've started working on it already, but I've got an idea that I want to try to do, and if the Lord lets us, we're gonna give away a side by side for the winner of the Walkers next year if it works out.
Very nice. That would be awesome. That would be incredible. If
everything lines up.
Yep. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Now, if everything lines up, that's our plan. We're
Awesome.
going to try to either a four-wheeler or a side-by-side for the winter next year.
That's incredible. I love that. I love it. So if you're out there listening and wanna pitch in and give help, you know, now you know what he's looking for. And that, you know how to, you know, there's your way to help. Maybe we can find somebody that may be willing to donate you one.
That's right. We'll take two.
That's right. So, you know, let's talk about this year's hunt. You know, it was what, 2 weeks ago? Is that correct?
Yeah. No, last week.
2
weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. Yeah. I knew it was right around here. All my weeks run together now, so it's hard for me to keep up. You know,
19th or 20th.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Right. So yeah, last week then. Yeah. So
yeah.
This one was big, like you said. You know, even with the economy the way it is, you know, 110,000. How many dogs did you say y'all ended up having?
360 walkers and 91 beagles.
Okay, so 450 dogs total, roughly.
Mm-hmm. Roughly.
Love that. So, who was, well, let's go here first. How did the hunt go? How was the running? Everybody likes to hear about that. Everything's great about the, amazing, and I love what y'all are doing with the sponsors. But let's talk about the hunt itself. How many judges y'all have? How did the hunt go? How was everything as far as the running went?
We got blessed. We got some rain last week, and we got it'd been the high temperature had been in the 95 to 100 degrees up to last a week ago Tuesday or so, and it started raining and temperature dropped. It was cloudy, 85 degrees. It was perfect as far as the weather.
Perfect.
Running was really good. Nothing got out of hand. No dogs got out of pocket. Had 38 judges.
Wow.
And that's something else. The judges, most hunts you go to, the judges turn in the expense, and they got to. They got to pay for their gas and this, that, and the other.
Right.
I've never had a judge turn in a sheet saying I owed them any money.
Love that. That's good. That's
most of these judges will donate. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, that's amazing in itself. That just shows you the heart of the houndsman right there.
And they're not all local judges. We had judges from 4 or 5 hours away coming.
Right.
They come every year and have never charged a penny to the hunt.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Like you said earlier, if there's something in need or if it's for a good cause, ain't no other person, I don't know another group out there that was more willing to just do it out of the pure kindness of their heart and not ask for a dime.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I love it. So what were some of the big, I'm sure there's a laundry list of them, who are some of your bigger sponsors and partners and stuff that has worked with you for this year and maybe some of these previous years?
Kirk Auto Group, they donated, we've got like 5 different levels of sponsors,
mm-hmm.
from $250 up to $5,000 or more.
Wow.
And Kirk Auto Group, they're one of the bigger sponsors. They donate Briggs equipment. For the last 3 or 4 years, they've donated. I don't know if I should say this, but Briggs Equipment's donated $5,000 every year to this thing for the last 3 or 4 years.
Beautiful.
But locally, I don't know of a place around here locally that we went in that told us they was not going to help us.
Right.
Everybody gives to this thing. That's why I keep telling folks around, there's locals around here to shop local. If you can buy this stuff from these local stores, get it.
That's right.
They're the one that's going to be the one to help you. You're not going to go to these big stores, chain stores, and go in and ask for a donation. You're probably not going to get it.
That's right. That's right. If it is, you'll have to fill out a mile-long forms and tax write-off
Mm-hmm.
IDs and all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's right.
Yep. You ain't going to just walk in there and get given something out of the pure kindness of the heart. They're going to do it so you can write it off on their taxes.
That's right.
Well, that's incredible. Any other big sponsors that you want to shout out real quick while we're still on the subject?
I'm afraid if I start naming them off, I'm going to leave somebody else.
That's right.
I'm not.
I get it.
I could be naming sponsors till next week sometimes if we stayed on here that long.
That's right. So, let's talk about, some of the, like you said, that this is the 9th year that y'all have done it. That's huge for anything to be able to go 9 years in a row. That's massive. Y'all made it through COVID year. And all the crap that we had to deal with that, that's a feat all in itself. So
what's one of your more memorable years? You know, what's one of the ones that really just stands out to you the most that you've had so far?
I want to take a second and talk about Frontline Optics real quick, guys. They are a sunglasses company that is owned and operated by frontline workers, fires and emergency services, guys. They have designed glasses with us in mind, with the frontline workers in mind, people that are out there using your sunglasses every day and don't want to break the bank and have a pair of sunglasses get broke and have to and just be out of that that crazy amount of money. Guys, these are high quality polarized sunglasses that are durable, affordable, and ultimately represent our lifestyle. In addition to that, a portion of all proceeds from the sale of these glasses is donated to First Responders Children's Foundation. It is in support of those children who have lost a parent in the line of duty. How cool is that, guys? So, guys, check these guys out, frontlineoptics.com. Go to their website, and when you go to checkout, be sure to type in the promo code Hounds Tales. That's TALES while you check out, and you'll receive 15% off your first purchase. Also, these guys have a first-time replacement, no questions asked program. Be sure to check that out, guys. These guys are awesome. I can't thank them enough for jumping on board, and we'll get back to the show.
Oh, it was 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 3 years ago. Brady Bazette. He's from Plaquemine, Louisiana. He was probably 10 to 12-year-old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He won that hunt that year.
Oh, wow.
And that was probably the most memorable deal. Is calling out a 10 to 12-year-old kid out of probably 350 dogs that year too, and his dog won it.
No.
And his dad told me that we got a little challenge trophy that goes around every year and bring it back, but he slept with that challenge trophy beside his bed for the solid year.
That's awesome, and that's something he'll never forget.
And I'm on this too. Brady that year. I think he won $200, $250, something like that, in a little Calcutta we done. But I looked up, and he was coming back in the building.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay him. I really wasn't thinking nothing about it. He come over and give that $250 back to the hunt.
Wow. 12 years old and giving it back.
Yeah.
And $250 is a lot of money
So
for a
one day-
12-year-old.
Yeah, that's right. His daddy ought to be proud of him. He raised a good one.
Daggone right. I know I sure would be proud if my son did that.
And they haven't missed one. And that was their first year, and they said they will never miss another.
I bet they won't. That boy going to try to get that challenge trophy to sleep by his bed.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love that. That's incredible. That's right there. If being able and knowing that you're helping children in the hospital and stuff like that isn't enough, that right there ought to make it more than worth it putting that kind of thing on.
And two, Friday night we have the bench shows and stuff, which is a national bench show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a champion bench show deal.
Mm-hmm.
To start with, we do a kids class, child handling class,
Mm-hmm.
and this year we had 50 medallions.
Wow.
And I run out of medallions. Had to go back to last year's medallions to have enough medallions to get the kids.
Oh, that's incredible.
So we probably had 60 to 65 kids down there showing dogs.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's awesome. That's so cool. That's the next generation coming up, and you're making a huge impact on them. That's awesome.
that's always a fun time. It's
Yep.
watching them kids out there.
Yep, that's the biggest time they can get involved, especially at these hunts and stuff like that. And a lot of times after the hounds are cast and that kind of thing, it's not a lot really they can do, and it's more the parent stuff. But that child handling class, that's where the kids get involved, and it makes it a fun thing and makes it a big deal for them. So that's 60
we
kids
try
is
to
incredible.
make it a family. Yeah, we try to make it a family event. We on Fridays, last 2 or 3 years, we've had a snow cone trailer man come and set up and sell snow cone and stuff, and he's brought his little jumper house thing to let the kids have fun in. Just, we want kids there, but we also want the parents there.
That's right.
So
That's
it's
awesome.
something you can bring your kids to and not have to worry about it.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. That's how hunts like that, especially these benefit hunts, that's what it should be. Honestly, the dogs running is just something to do and give it some kind of, incentive behind it. But, the main idea behind it is to spend time with family, to raise money for a good cause. And that's what it should be all about. And I think it sounds like y'all are really harnessing in on that. And I love that. So, what kind of keeps y'all, obviously there's a lot of reasons, and we've probably kind of talked about all of them, but is there anything else or anything else special that kind of motivates you to keep pushing and pushing harder for this?
I made a comment a while ago about Stacy Tanner and them speaking Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I told her I wish I had that recorded. Anybody that wants to know why we do this, her speech and what she talked about and what she said the other night is the reason, and that's the reason we keep doing it. It's just if I can have one kid in the next 20 years, it's worth it.
I love it.
My grandkids are coming up. If they have, which I've never been to LeBonheur,
Mm-hmm.
never stepped foot in that hospital. They tried to get me to come and go through the tour with the hospital and this, that, and the other. I don't want to go.
Right.
I wouldn't. I wish they closed that place down tomorrow because there ain't no kids in it.
That's right. That's right.
Wasn't no need for it.
Yep. Everybody was up and healthy.
But it's not going to happen.
Right.
So my grandkids are needed. I want it there. I want the best available, and right now that they are the best available.
Yeah.
And if we can help keep them going, that's what we need to do.
I love that. That's everything you could ask for right there. That's everything you can ask for. So where do you go from here? It's constantly growing. You've already made the announcement that what your goal is for next year. You want to do the side by side, and I think that's amazing. I think you talk about bringing in a huge crowd. Not that y'all don't have a huge crowd already, but putting that big incentive of it at the end of it, I think that it's going to make it that much more attractive for people. So. Other than, a big prize for next year, what else are you looking for? Where do you want to kind of see it go from here?
Just stabilize. If we could stay right here where we're at, around that $80,000 to $120,000 every year, it would tickle me to death.
Yep.
I know we're going to have some down years and we're going to have some good years.
Right.
But if we can just stay in that area, I think we can still make a difference.
Awesome. Any thoughts on making it a multi-day hunt, or are you going to try to stick with just doing it a one-day, and kind of carrying on that one-day deal?
One day. No,
Yep.
sir.
Yep.
After Saturday, I'm ready to come home, and it takes me 3 days to get over. I'm getting too old here.
I get it. And I think for what y'all are doing, I think a one day is everything that you need for it. It's no extra expense. It's no extra headache. It's perfect for what y'all are doing.
The one day, I think we're getting more kids.
Yep.
Coming to it on Friday, being a one day deal.
Yep.
If you do a 2 or 3 day, I don't think we're going to have as many young kids involved or around. You don't have to take you don't have to take off work.
Right.
Some of these, like Joel and them, they plan their vacation. This is their vacation. They come up Wednesday and stay till Sunday.
Awesome.
They'll come fish in Grenada Lake.
Yeah.
Something, mess around. We got had several come in early to fish on Grenada Lake this time.
Oh man, I can imagine, that many kids up there, and as hot as it was, I bet they were jumping in and out of that water.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, obviously, the hunt's over for this year. Next year, I'm sure y'all will be trying to get some donations and get stuff set up here. I'm sure y'all need a little bit of time to recover and kind of get your head right and kind of take a little bit of a breather. But, when you start getting things planned for next year, what can hunters do? What can houndsmen do? What can we do as listeners to reach out and be able to help? What's something that or what's a way that we can reach out to you and look and try to help for next year?
You can go to our Facebook page. It's MS Fox Hunt benefiting LeBonheur Children's Hospital. Contact me or Tracy or somebody, just comment on it, and we'll talk to anybody. We'll take any donations, anything anybody wants to give. We have a big auction Saturday afternoon before we give out the awards. And we've sold anything from watermelons to shooting houses. So if somebody brings it, we're going to sell it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And before we go any further, I need to back up just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before I forget these, the dog feed companies have really been good to us too.
Okay.
Mike Carr at Pride Dog Feed.
Right.
They've helped us a lot. Showtime Feed has helped, and Specialty. That's the three that pretty much donate. If we need some feed for the hunt, they will somehow come through for us.
Very nice. Very nice. I know those have been huge in the foxhound community, and they definitely do a lot for the community, the foxhound community.
The foxhound.
That's awesome that they get involved with y'all's hunt as well and donate to y'all.
The Hounds Tales podcast has teamed up with First Form Outdoors to get behind the hunters. Yes, that's right, the hunters. We as houndsmen put so much focus on our dogs that sometimes we forget to focus on our own selves and our health. Whether you're in the woods racing to get in front of that big buck chase or in the wire for 5 hours catching crossings up and down the path, we are constantly draining our bodies all day long. First Form offers energy drinks, hydration products, protein snacks, and other supplements to get us back up and going while we are doing what we love. Show yourself some love and visit firstform.com, and that's the number 1, STPHORM.com to check these guys out. And from here on out, at all hunts, I will have products available for purchase. If you have any requests that you see when you visit firstform.com, feel free to contact me and place an order, and we'll make that happen. Now, back to the episode.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without the dog feed donations and the local. I got a couple logging men that own logging crews that donate. They buy a gun to give away. You're not gonna go to a hunt around that'll give back the stuff that we give back.
Right.
On the entry fee, knowing where it's going.
Yep.
What you win is a bonus.
That's right. That's right.
They got before we give out the awards this year, the first place this year, we're naming off what all he won and stuff, which Calcutta money and all, he probably was $675. He won a gun, he won a sign, couple Yeti cups, a belt buckle, and go on and so on. And I made the comment: if you leave mad, don't come back next year.
That's right. You leave mad, you ain't there for the right reason anyway.
Yeah. If you don't think you want enough, don't come back.
That's incredible. Oh man. Well, good. I'm glad that those companies are helping out like that and reaching out like that. That's an amazing thing, and definitely inspiration. That's for sure. So, as far as maybe donating to the hospital directly, do you know any way that anybody can donate directly to the hospital if if they wanted to donate now as they're listening?
You can go to LeBonheur Children Hospital on the website or something and pull up. You should be able to find it. I don't know exactly. I don't have that information, but
Gotcha.
if they need it, I can get it. They can contact me, call me at 662-983-5881, and if I can't answer it, I can call some folks and we can get an answer on it.
We'll find out some way. Daggone right. Maybe I'll try to post it in the notes if I can find it as well. I'll post it in the notes when I make the post for the for this hunt for this podcast. I'll be sure to post it in the notes and put a direct link on it as well.
Anybody that wants, go ahead and mark your calendars. Next year it's going to be July 18th and 19th.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and put it down on mine and see if I can make it down there.
Put in for some vacation time and come on. We'd love to have y'all.
Now. Awesome. Well, man, this has been great. From I can't necessarily say I speak for everybody, but I feel like I can at least tell you this from the foxhounding community, and I don't know anybody that would argue with me. I just want to tell you thank you for everything that you're doing. This is such a great thing, not only for the LeBonheur Hospital, not only for the kids that are going to be, getting help from this, but you're making a huge impact on how the foxhound community is looked at. I know it's been put on local news down in y'all's area. I've seen y'all share that. It gets shared countless times. God knows how many people it reaches, and hopefully doing this podcast it'll help reach just a few more. Y'all be sure to share whenever y'all hear this. That way everybody gets a chance to listen to this thing. But I just want to say from me and fox hunters around, I've told a few people that I'm going to be recording with you, and they said to make sure I tell you that we really appreciate everything you do, and where everybody in the foxhound community is proud of you, and it's an incredible thing. Keep up the good work, man. I really do. We really do appreciate you.
Well, thank you. But and too, you just made it kind of going viral and this, that, and sharing it and whatever. But a couple of weeks ago, or about a month or so ago, I know you've seen it, where some dogs was rescued at a hunt.
Yeah.
They got in the lake.
Yeah.
That was a local boy that was doing it. They went and got them out, but that went viral. They were seen in Great Britain,
mm-hmm.
Canada, all over the United States. But something like this doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not all bad. I know every group's gonna have one or two bad ones, and that's, you got to deal with them.
Right.
But the dog hunters are not bad folks.
Yep.
They don't want to see the good stuff we do.
That's right. It's our responsibility.
All they want to comment on is what's bad. They want to, but and yeah. We've had we talking about our local news. We try to get them to do a little article on it. They posted on their page. That's it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
But nobody wants to see the dog hunters do good.
Nope. Want to.
And I don't want to talk about nobody. And look, I still hunt. I don't deer hunt no more. But when I did, I still hunted some.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see no still hunters doing this.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know that you can get 300 still hunters in a group together to work on anything together.
If not, they'd be complaining the whole time about each other.
Yeah. And there's at least, we done 350 plates Saturday and we sold out.
Right.
So we sold, they were 350 barbecue plates sold Saturday, so I know there was roughly 350 folks there.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like you said, and I agree. You know, I've had that conversation before with people. It's like, man, we could stop world hunger as houndsmen and save everybody in the world and end all war and end all fighting, and it would be because of houndsmen, and it would get overlooked. We wouldn't even get the recognition for it.
You've been working on next year's hunt stuff. I started the day after that Sunday.
Yeah.
I put on a hunt, and I started last year. We done a hunt at what we called a Christmas hunt.
Right.
We raised some money and buy Christmas for a couple families around here that's struggling or need some help or whatever.
Oh, that's great.
And I started trying to work on it, trying to get the dates on it lined up. So it will be posted on that on our LeBonheur page too. So anybody who wants information on it, be on the lookout, because we're going to try to have it sometime in October.
Great. That's awesome. Yep. Y'all be sure, keep a page, and I'll try to post a couple links on my Facebook page when I make this post, when I post about this podcast, and hopefully I'll try to share y'all's page as well and make sure give some links for people to be able to click to.
Yeah, if you want to donate to it, just call me or whatever. But last year we helped a family that had a kid at LeBonheur. We bought all their Christmas, and then we had enough to probably get 10 or 12 off Angel Tree.
Awesome.
This year we're going to try to get bigger. We're going to try to get bigger this year. And there's a Palmer home, which is I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a Baptist Children's Village or something, but does not get any federal aid. And I'm going to try to tie in with them this time at Christmas and help some of them.
Awesome.
So,
well, you're doing these hunts for the right reasons, man. It's truly an inspiration. Maybe a few more people listening will find it in their hearts and find some inspiration behind it to get something like what you got going, maybe in some other states, and reach out and
that's right.
help.
Start one in Virginia. Start one in North Carolina.
Hey, maybe that's something we can do for next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got there's a children's hospital in Virginia. There's a children's hospital or something in North Carolina that you can tie it into.
That's right. We may have to do some digging on that and see if we can't make something happen.
We got too many of these what I call big money hunts and big, and they're good. No, if you want to go to that, folks that go to them, that's great. We go to them.
Right.
We're going to one in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we still need to get this back down to where it's supposed to be, with hunting for a reason, and hunting for the kids, and hunting for a purpose instead of just hunting for a truck or $20,000 or something like that.
I like it.
There's more reason to hunt than just winning a truck or a lot of money.
Yep.
Get these entry fees back down where folks can go and support your local stuff. A fire department, anything.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Man, I hope somebody listening to that gets inspired by that. Man, I agree with you, man. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with the big money hunts. It's great. They're fun. I just went to one, you know. Got my butt drug around, but I just went to one. But, you know, I agree with you, you know. If we can get some more of these hunts out there and for good reasons and for good causes, man, that would be oh my gosh, you talk about changing the face of everything and how good that would be and how good that would look for the houndsman. That would be incredible.
That's right.
So,
if anybody got questions, call me.
yeah,
I'm on Facebook.
I love it.
I'll tell them how we started.
I love it, man. I love it.
Knocking on doors.
Well, again, man, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. You know, this has been fun. I've really enjoyed this. Before we finish up, is there any other I know you've kind of given a bunch of shout outs already. Is there any other special thanks or shout outs that you want to give before we get off here?
I appreciate you letting us come on and share our story a little bit.
Yes, sir.
The more folks that hear this and know about it, I think the better off we're going to be, just like anything else. If we can get 2 or 3 more involved, that's more than we had.
Yep.
And like anything, anybody need any help, just call me or whatever, and we'll try to figure out what's going on.
That's awesome.
If we can help them, we'll help them.
Perfect. Well, like I said before, man, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everything you're doing, and you're a huge positive impact for the sport. So thank you again. And I appreciate you coming on. It really means a lot that you're willing to come on and do this. And like you said, I think it's something that needs to be brought to light, and the more people that hear about it, the better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But it takes a village.
That's right.
To do a hunt like this.
That's right. And I think we got one of the biggest villages out there.
And I don't do this by myself. I guarantee you that. It takes a bunch of folks to do what we're doing.
Love it. I love it.
But anybody can put one on.
That's right. That's right. It can happen. It can happen.
You know, somebody like this, the Christmas deal. Anybody, you can ask some folks, and you can find a family that needs help at Christmas.
That's right.
Put a hunt on.
Yep.
It ain't gonna cost no money. Use what you get, make on the hunt, and help them. So that's what we're doing. That's what we want to continue to do. Is just help people, help the LeBonheur, help anybody that needs it. We'll try to do what we got to do.
Awesome. Well, man, keep up the hustle. Keep up the good work. Again, if there's anything that we can do, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm hoping to get to a point within the podcast, and as I can, if it continues to grow, I'm hoping to get to the point where I can donate to some hunts and do some stuff. But if there's anything that you can, we can do, don't hesitate. And anybody that's out there listening, y'all be sure to reach out to him and make sure that we can we help these guys out, guys. They're doing it for the right reason and really looking good for the community. So again, I really do appreciate you coming on, sir. It really means a lot, and thank you so much. Everybody out there listening, y'all keep a lookout on the Facebook post and all the other posts, and I'll have the links on there to be able to help these guys out or help the LeBonheur Hospital out its own self. And thank y'all so much for listening, and like always, guys, happy hunting.